Now we are interested in understanding borrow in binary subtraction. So for that, we can do some simple 8-bit arithmetic. So the value 5, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1 is the hexadecimal value 5, and we are subtracting 6 from 5. When we subtract 6 from 5, 6 is the binary equivalent of 6 is what? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. When we subtract this, 1 minus 0 is 1, and 0 minus 1 is impossible. Hence, we are getting a borrow. We are getting a borrow. So 10 minus 1 is 1. So this is already 0. We are getting a borrow. So 10 minus 1 is 1. So this was our earlier 10. By transferring the borrow, this was 1. So this 1 will be here. And this was already 1. So this 1 will be here. And like this, it goes on. So all the bits from D0 to D7 is 1. Here it will be getting a borrow. So hence the borrow flag will also become 1. Hence the borrow flag will also become 1. So 5 minus 6 is minus 1. As we all know, minus 1 means all ones, including the carry flag, which is called as borrow flag. You can see there are 9 ones, including the carry flag. When it is represented in hexadecimal, as you see in the bottom left corner, 0101 is 5, and 0110 is 6. And when we are considering it as a sign number, means 5 minus 6 means it is minus 1. Minus 1 is represented as FF. The number is negative number is indicated by the borrow flag, or we can say carry flag. So 5 minus 6 is minus 1 when we consider it in decimal. Okay, so this we all know very well. Quickly we have refreshed how a larger number is subtracted from the smallest number and how do we get minus 1 and how the carry flag is set. Now we are very much comfortable. This we do normally in digital electronics. This has to be done with the programmable digital electronics, which is microprocessors and microcontrollers. Let us see how this binary subtraction is happening within the 8-bit microcontroller, which is 8051, by considering the carry flag also. So here the screen shows the calculator output. So the calculator output of minus 1. If you observe carefully in the top right corner, I am showing that 5 minus 6, the same number 5 minus 6. So 5 minus 6 is minus 1. So minus 1 is represented as, so here 16 Fs are there. Here 16 Fs are there. So why 16 Fs? I'll show you directly. I can show you in the calculator itself for your convenience. So this is very, very important. That's what I'm telling. So this is very, very important. I'm telling just this is the hexadecimal number representation. The calculator is in the programmer mode, and I'm just doing 5 minus 6. Okay, so I'm clearing it. So I'm just doing 5. You can see 5 minus subtraction 5 minus. I'm just subtracting 6. So 5 minus 6. If you observe carefully, 5 minus 6. I'm just clicking equal to 5 minus 6 equal to, here we are getting 16 Fs. Okay, 5 minus 6, we are getting 16 Fs. You see, 5 minus 6 is 16 Fs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16 Fs. In hexadecimal, it is 16 Fs. In the decimal, if we see, it is minus 1. The binary, you see, there are 64 ones. So from this, we have understood if it is an 8-bit processor or 8-bit microcontroller, minus 1 is 8 ones. In the PC, for example, our PC is Core i5. Intel Core i5 means, so Intel Core i5 processor is a 64-bit processor. Hence, 64 1 is minus 1. So you can see 16 Fs. 1 F is 4 ones. 1, 1, 1, 1. So 16 into 4s are 64. So there are 64 ones is minus 1. So all ones are minus 1. Whether it is an 8-bit controller or 8-bit processor or 16-bit or 32-bit or 64-bit. So minus 1 means all ones is the moral of this discussion. With this understanding, with this celebration, we are going to do the 8-bit subtraction with borrow. Similarly, as we did 5 minus 6 is minus 1, which is represented as FF, and the borrow flag will set. Similarly, in decimal, it is shown as 5 minus 6 is minus 1. 5 minus 7 is minus 2. Minus 2 is represented as FE. And the borrow flag says that it is a negative number, which is minus 2. And as usual, we have to store it in the data memory location 20 and 21. And the result will be in 22nd memory location FF and FE. So now, while performing subtraction, we are supposed to check the carry flag or borrow flag will set. That is what the only difference. rest of the thing remains same. We are going to execute the same code, only the change, we are going to change the data, and we are going to observe the borrow flag is getting set or not. That means the carry flag is getting set or not. So let us do the coding part. The coding part is very simple, as like what we did earlier, the same code. And now we are going to check the borrow flag, that's all. 5 minus 6 and 5 minus 7. So for our convenience, I am just giving only the very small value for us to understand, because understanding the borrow subtraction through borrow is the prime objective. Hence 5 minus 6 is minus 1, which is FF, and 5 minus 7 is minus 2, which is FE. Going to the KEIL IDE and using the same code just by changing the data. So 5 data, first data is 5, and the second data is 6. First data is 5 and the second data is 6. So we are going to check 5 minus 6 equal to minus 1, and we are interested in carry flag. Hence the carry flag is here, is available very clearly. So we are ready to check the carry flag, and the code execution is in short jump loop 1. So there is a reset button here. Here you can see, when you click reset, execution will come to the starting point of the program, which is move a comma 20h. Okay, we are very much comfortable with this instructions. Move a comma 20h means the content of the memory location 20 will come to the accumulator. This is direct addressing. So accumulator will get 5 by executing the line number 3. So now line number 3 was executed, and the content of the data memory location 20, which is 5, has loaded with the accumulator 5. Now we are subtracting the content of the accumulator with the content of the memory location 21. The content of the memory location 21 is 6, and 5 minus 6 is minus 1. By doing this, we can see the carry flag will set, which is called as borrow flag. So you have to observe carefully. The carry flag will set, and it will notify that it is minus number or negative number. You can see the carry flag was set. Now we have executed the subtraction code. So content of A, which is 5, subtracted from content of the memory location 21, which is 6. So 5 minus 6 is minus 1. Minus 1 is all ones. Hence accumulator contains FF, which is 11111111. So to notify that it is negative number, the carry flag was set. That you can observe in the blue color indication. And that minus 1, which is FF, need to be moved from the accumulator to the 22nd memory location, as we have seen right now. 22nd memory location, which is FF. Is it clear? So 5 minus 6 is minus 1. FF is minus 1. It is applicable for Intel Core i5 or Intel Core i7 or i9 or any microprocessors. So we are doing the universal computation, but using 8051 as an example. That's all. 5 minus 7 equal to minus 2. As we all know, minus 2 is FE. Let me check that. Here, if you observe, when you reset it, reset, and then you have to execute the code. You can see move a comma 20h. Yes, move a comma 20h means 5. So accumulator will get 5, and we have to do the subtraction. So 5 minus 7 is minus 2. So accumulator will get FE. FE is minus 2, and the carry flag will set. So substitute BB, subtract with borrow. As discussed already, the subtraction instruction will perform the subtraction operation by 2's complement addition. So there is only full adders available as an ALU. As we all know, arithmetic logic unit is the processing element inside the microprocessor, and as we all know, only full adders are available, and we do subtraction only by 2's complement addition. So we do subtraction by 2's complement addition. So taking the 1's complement of the data memory location 21 and adding 1 with that, and adding with the accumulator content, will perform the subtraction. This is what internally happening within the 8051 microcontroller. That is what we need to understand. So subtraction is happening by addition, which is 2's complement addition, as we all know. We should know. So 5 minus 7 is minus 2, which is FE, and if the carry flag will set to notify it is a negative number. I'm executing the 4th line. You can see the difference is FE, and the carry flag was set, and then that FE has to come to the 22nd location. So 5 minus 7 is FE. 5 minus 7 is FE. What is FE? FE is minus 2. Like this it goes on. So for example, similarly 5 minus 8 means FD. FD is again minus 3. FD is again minus 3. Let me execute this. Single step. So 5 minus 3 is FD. Carry flag was also set, etc. Something like this. So if you want to notify the carry, you have to write a code something like this. Jump no carry loop 2. We can write the code like this. Jump no carry loop 2. This we can write down here. So please check what I'm doing. It will be easy for you to do something. Jump no carry. Now here increment R2. I can increment R2. This can be loop 2. This can be loop 2. This can be loop 2 and 23H comma R2. Like this we can write, and the carry will come to the 23rd memory location, which will also help us to do this. Now I have edited the code. If you observe carefully, if after editing the code, if I reset and run the code, means it will give the wrong answer, because what value we have edited, that will never happen. Why? Because when we edit the code from the debugger window, we have to go to the editor window, and then we have to compile, and then we have to build the code and check for 0 errors. If there is a 0 error, then we have to come for debug window. If we do any modification in the coding, that code has to be converted to machine language, and the compiling and building need to be done before executing. So for modifying the data, it is no problem. But for modifying the code, we have to go back from the debugger window to editor window. You have to compile, build, and with 0 errors, you have to come back to the execution part. So now we are going to check for, say for example, A minus 5. A minus B. A minus B means what? 10 minus 11. 10 minus 11 is minus 1. In decimal number, it is 10 minus 11. So that also we can see if necessary decimal number. 10 minus 11 is minus 1, we can see. So let me observe carefully here. MOV A, 20H. Now you can see accumulator will get content of the memory location 20, which is 10. In hexadecimal, it is represented as A. Now you can see accumulator A contains A. And subtract with borrow A, 21. So content of the memory location 21 is 11 in decimal. And 10 minus 11 is minus 1, which is FF. So accumulator will get FF, and we will see the bottom left corner carry flag will also set. You can see the carry flag will also set after executing the 4th line. Yes, I have executed the 4th line. Carry flag was set. If jump no carry loop 2, yes, there is no carry means at loop 2, but there is a carry, hence it will increment R2. Hence it is coming down, incrementing R2. So accumulator content is FF, which is minus 1. Minus 1, which is coming to the 22nd memory location, and the R2 content has come to the 23rd memory location, which indicates it's a carry, and then program execution was stopped. Now instead of showing it as minus 1, 22nd memory location is showing it as 255. Why? Because we have shown it as a decimal number, but default it is an unsigned. But we are interested in signed number. So if we show it as signed means, if you click it signed means, if you click it as signed it as, if you are taking it as a signed number means, signed character means it will show it as minus 1. If you show it as a decimal signed character means 10 minus 11 is minus 1. Something like that we can understand very well. Okay, so signed character, decimal number. It is better to view in our convenient way, but this should not confuse us. A minus B is minus 1. It's very simple. A minus B is minus 1. And it is better to look at unsigned character. So FF is minus 1. So it is how we view the memory content. Memory content is only this. So better to view the memory content as it is in the beginning level of for understanding, right? So this is the memory content as it is. So 0A minus 0B, which is minus 1. So minus 1 is represented as all ones. Because it is minus, so the carry flag was set. It was very clearly understood. How we perform 8-bit subtraction with borrow. That is also very clear now. How we perform 8-bit subtraction with borrow. That is also very clear now.